we have to. I have to make a thing just for the podcast because every time I do this, I have to like reset it, which is really annoying.
Oh, I read about this guy who got killed.
Yeah, very
Yeah, it's dark.
strange. Did you watch the video?
No, I didn't want to.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough video. Let me put that there.
And that's allowed, but I can't say Alex Jones.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna start off with it already in the first. We're literally, mother. We are 38 seconds into the stream.
Alex Jones.
That's crazy. 38 seconds in, and my mom's already gonna get us our monetization taken away.
Max, voter fraud. Max,
God, God.
COVID.
You realize we are live, right?
No, you said we didn't start yet.
No, we did. That's what I'm saying. We're already a minute in. I should clip that just for the internet. Let me move that.
Let me get my twin sister out of here.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Here I am.
Let me move all my stuff. I've been moving so many things. It's nice because, guys, let me tell you, this fourth monitor is nice. Easy to set up. I got all my chats up there. I can put something to my left. I can put something to my right. This is amazing, mother.
You got the bug eyes going. You got too much going on.
Yeah,
guys
if I,
like,
yeah, well, I won't be looking up that much, right? I just look up for the chats. I mean, worst comes to worst, I can put the chat over here. But, yeah, it's just.
You're on a monitor high.
What I do like, Mom, have you noticed that it blocks a lot of the light, so I'm not as pale?
Well, that's true.
Oh, really? I just made that up right now. So
no, you're not. You don't look as.
After you've been complaining about lighting and stuff, my goodness.
What the hell is the green thing you're doing there?
This is my tea. I made some green tea.
Oh. Okay.
Need some caffeine. I might just grab a spoon real fast to whatever. But anyway, live podcast, Mother. How has the week been?
Okay. Same old, same old.
Anything new? Nothing? Literally nothing new?
There's nothing new.
You just stuck? Just
Nothing
stuck at
new.
home? Are you at least shopping? I don't know. What's new?
No.
I just grab a spoon while you
nothing.
talk.
I do nothing. Nothing.
No TV shows? No nothing?
No, I'm a kid. Well, I've been watching The Nick on Netflix. No, is it Netflix or Prime? I can't remember. It's the story about the Knickerbocker Hospital back in the 1900s. And it's a gruesome, dark kind of show. But it's very interesting to look at how really crappy medicine was in the 1900s, you know?
You're really on a line today. Knickerbockers, like, what do we... How many words are we going to use that are close?
No. Come on. It's a legit word. The New York Knickerbockers. Basketball, the New York Knicks. That's where they got their name. I don't know where Knickerbocker comes from, though. I have to look that one up. It was a hospital down in the lower part of Manhattan that at the beginning, like in the 1800s, most people lived down there. But then as the immigrants started to come in, they all moved into the lower part of New York in Manhattan. So all the wealthy people moved up north to the country near Central Park. And in the 1900s, this is the story. It's based on a real doctor who was a scientific, like a surgical genius. He was trying to come up with new ways and would experiment on people. But you tend to forget just how really filthy and backwards and, you know, ignorant, because they didn't have the knowledge at that point. They were. And they introduced a black doctor who was trained in Europe. Right, and you really see the just the racism of that time in dealing with a black doctor. But the immigrants were just, you know, so poor and desperate and whatnot, so taken advantage of that it was just, it's very interesting. It's interesting to watch the surgical techniques they had to use back then because they didn't have what we know now.
Someone already said aliens abducted me once and oiled me up.
Right.
Okay. Aunt Susan, your sister, made me watch it's not really a game show, but it's these people that like go to the prairie essentially. Have you seen this, or has Nancy brought this up to you?
Told me about this Frontier something, I think it's called, or Prairie Life.
Let me tell you.
Just wanted to watch it.
Yeah, let me tell you. There's nothing good about those years. There's a reason we don't go back to that. This lady, she's like breaking down, and she has help, right? A grandmother, her mother was there. I think it's her husband's mother was helping her. And she's just having breakdowns while all the other families, they're doing just fine. It's like, hey, we're not gonna survive. What's up, Joshua?
It is amazing what those people went through too.
Oh my God, yeah.
It for granted. You just had to be cut from a whole different. People nowadays couldn't do that. No, they think they could, but that constant, everyday, blah blah blah. I mean, even today, a farmer, for instance, I think I hate to say it, but don't they have like a very high suicide rate only because you can't ever leave your farm.
Right.
They're animals. You can't walk. You can't take a vacation. You got to find somebody to do it, and that's a lot of work. So. Yeah.
So before we start this podcast, we'll just to lay out the rules because we only do the live one once a month. So we'll go through we'll do article at a time, and then you guys can ask any questions that you have about the article or anything else. Then usually towards the end of the podcast, we'll do a Q&A where you guys can ask us literally everything. So, or anything.
We don't like the rules.
So again, thank you all for being here. Thank you, Zoe. Rules. Venom, everyone. So, but yeah.
Screw the rules.
Screw the rules. Well, it's just easier so I don't have to maintain 3 chats at the same time and people saying 20 different things. But yeah, luckily we don't have too much politics today from what the articles that I saw. I don't think we did any.
I didn't bring a lot. Well, there's a ton of politics, but I didn't want to bore people. So I try to stay away from it lately, or at least mix it in. You're the one who brings the political articles, so.
That's not true. Okay,
no,
maybe it is a little true.
I think you had one on there.
Thank you, Zoe.
No, I guess not. Cracker Barrel technically isn't.
I mean, do you want to get right into the Cracker Barrel scandal, mother? Like, let me tell you this. I do not care about logos. Like, if Chick-fil-A tomorrow changed their logo, it would not have any effect on me. Now, they are updating the restaurants, to my understanding. So, I should also mention, so because this is a live podcast, we can't show the articles. So, again, I'll leave a link tomorrow when this gets, today's Saturday, on Monday when this gets done and rendered out. So then you guys can see the articles again. But so they're revamping it to cater to the younger audience. And let me tell you, Mom, I don't know. I don't think maybe I've been to a Cracker Barrel once in my life. Maybe.
Shame on you.
Maybe, but like,
shame on you.
I've never heard any of my friends my age go, "Hey guys, you want to hit Cracker Barrel?"
That's because you did not go to Penn State, okay? So my first visit to a Cracker Barrel was with your brother when he was out at Penn State.
Right.
And it was very nice, but it was a blast of the past because they do have the shop in the middle or in the front where you go in and you wait for your table, but you could buy old-fashioned candy that they don't make anymore.
Oh, really?
Buy gifts, whatnot. Yeah, it's a neat little layout, and we have one out here that Dad and I have been to a couple times. And
you're not selling this to me. But they give me like little shitty candies. They toss me out. No, here's your.
No, and they're not. Sometimes they're not cheap because they're throwbacks. They're candies that Dad and I knew when we were kids.
Oh, okay.
They have the new stuff too, common stuff, but they'll have unique candies that you got to pay for that. It's not like you're getting in a Walmart or the candy store. But and a lot of nice gifts and whatnot, so you can shop while you wait for your table. I will say this: we didn't go out much during COVID, but it was I said it, COVID. What happens when you go to?
My mom does a great job during the recordings, not saying anything, where I can edit them so that we don't lose monetization. And then, literally in the podcast that we've been doing for 8 minutes and 40 seconds, my mom said Alex Jones 20 times. She said COVID.
Few times.
Thank God. Thank God I cut her off.
During that time, we went there once, and I swear to God, it was one poor soul doing an entire restaurant by herself as a waitress.
Oh my God.
Because nobody could be in there. And, we were not in a rush at the time, so we were somewhat forgiving of it. But they tend to be kind of slow. So I think I was not concerned with the setup or the menu or anything. I just felt like they could have been run a little bit better. Mm-hmm. But in all fairness, we went at weird times.
Let me tell you, I went to Harris Teeter today to get a sandwich. It takes way too long to get a sandwich at Harris Teeter. Like, you would think you would have more, right? Mom, I said, hey, this is how it was. Now I went with Brooke 4:30, I would say, because we were just doing some shopping and talking.
Yeah.
She managed to get a whole Starbucks thing before I even got my sandwich, and I ordered first, right? So that's number one. I'm already pissed.
Chat with the guy.
Different guy. I didn't even know this guy. It was one person in front of me, right? Mom. Right? I go, hey, could I get a long sub? Takes 2 people to get the sub, okay? CEO of Harris Teeter, if you're watching this, you got to get on this and then also sponsor us. I need some more teat points.
Yeah, not after you just trash them.
I'm just giving a recommendation. Right now, hold on. The bread's one thing. Right? Then I go, can I get the breaded chicken? Or can I get grilled chicken? And they go, yeah. They walk over, which takes 5 minutes to walk over. They go, we don't have any more chicken. Okay. What about the breaded chicken? We have it. And I said, okay, but that's a whole different sandwich. Like, it can only be the little ones. I was like, why don't you just take the chicken, put it on the sandwich? And they go, can't do that. All right. Let me get turkey. Okay. Walks over to the turkey. He says, we don't have any more turkey. And then he yells to the right. And he's like, can someone cut me up some more turkey? And I'm like, okay, just give me ham, dude. Whatever you have at this point. So I'm waiting there. It probably took 20 minutes to make a sandwich. I was like, hey.
Subway can do it from beginning to end in less than 5.
They just need more people on that station. I don't know why. Well, I know why it is. It's because now that there's
the only one getting a sandwich.
That's not true. There are people in front of me. But the other problem with it,
you walking 2 other people.
This isn't true. But the problem with it's not that you just need more people on it, but they're not doing it because now that you don't get taxed on overtime, every company is starting to slow down with how many employees they have at once. I've noticed that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So
the little bit I read about Cracker Barrel, though. Like today, there's some scathing articles coming out about it. Dad had asked, your father asked me, do you know what the Cracker Barrel logo is? And I knew there was a barrel in it. I never realized that there was a guy leaning on it, but but I didn't see the new logo. I see the new logo. Barrel. It's a big deal. I mean, it's not good, better, indifferent, but changing the style of the restaurant, I don't know what that.
If they keep
get rid of that gift shop and everything.
Yeah, if they keep the foundation, it might be worth it. But I mean, Cracker Barrel, I'm just amazed, right? They lost $100 million in stock. Now, I don't know what their market cap is, but let's see. What's Cracker?
Well, some of the employees are now digging and saying, you can't keep baking overnight. Don't start ruining the quality of the food. So obviously they're starting to sabotage the CEO. They don't like her. They don't like her at all. They're calling her woke. I don't know. I didn't read anything about her to say whether she is or isn't. I'm hoping they're not calling her woke just because she changed.
Just changed some things. If anything, I would just say you're modernizing it. Right? The company's worth 1.2 billion. So 100 million's not. It hurts, but it's not much in comparison. They'll make that back. But as long as the food's the same. If you're doing like a full restaurant overhaul where you're changing the menu, then you're going to have some problems. Because as I said, I feel like Cracker Barrel caters towards the 40s and older crowd. So.
Well, that's right. They're trying to attract younger ones. But college kids, if you have one in your area, it's almost the equivalent to a diner. It's just you don't get the wide array of food. I think Cracker Barrel did a good breakfast, but I'm picky. I'm not a big fried food person. So one time I ordered a chicken sandwich there. And it was literally a fried piece of chicken on bread. Like a chicken. Yeah. I was like, what the hell is this? Thinking they'd slice it, fry it like chicken finger. It was just, you had to take it out of the bread and eat it like a normal person. Yeah. I'm like, what is this? So it's not my go-to, but when we would go for breakfast, it was a nice setup and, you could sit there, take your time. Nobody rushes you like a diner or whatever. I don't want to make trouble, but I'm not really sure. I didn't do the research where the term Cracker Barrel comes from. Why cracker?
Okay, let's look it up.
Because they ship crackers in I'm hoping it's because they were barrels with crackers shipped in them or something along those lines.
Why is Cracker Barrel? Cracker Barrel is named after the common practice in the early 20th American county stores where customers would gather around a large barrel of soda crackers to chat and catch up. Hey, we're walking on. We are 15 minutes in, and we are crossing line. We are walking on a tightrope right now. Yo, are we live for real?
My first thought was, if you're gonna change the logo, why leave cracker in it?
Yeah, of all the things to keep, yeah.
It held soda crackers. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, that could have been way worse. That could have been way worse. So yeah, I don't really care. I mean, I know they updated it, but when are they actually going to start rolling this stuff out? Because what are they going to do? Gut every single one and then rebuild it essentially? Or do you just mean everyone from now on we're going to start upgrading?
I have not read details about it other than I just saw an article before you and I started the live broadcast about the people, the employees ripping into the CEO and saying the quality of the food is going to go down. But I don't know how much of it is sabotage because maybe shareholders don't want it and they're starting some bad press. They want her out. I don't know.
I just
losing money. So
yeah, my favorite thing was on Twitter the other day when the announcement happened. I mean, I love seeing all the angry people and then just looking at their profiles. It's like a guy named Daryl, and he's got no teeth. He's like, I've been going to Cracker Barrel for 40 years, and now you're going to change it on me? It's like, yeah, well, you're 1 foot out the door, Daryl. So.
Hey, that's the salt of America.
Okay? That is true. That's the salt of America.
They're the ones who like their Cracker Barrel. And it's it's like anything else. When you're driving on the highway, and you don't feel like another fast food place. When you travel a lot and you're sick of the fast food, Cracker Barrel's a nice alternative because there's many of them. You know what you're getting, but it's not going to be, do you want fries with that? It's going to be a meal.
Yeah. So, well, I told you the other day, I went to this breakfast place. Shout out to the Baker's Kitchen. Brooke and Carmen took me on, what was this, Monday? Dude, what's up, Cheddar? It was delicious. It's been a long time since I've had a good, listen. North Carolina, I've been here for a year and a half, a little over, right? You guys don't have diners. It's just what it is. Okay, I get it. It's not New Jersey. It's not New York. I need a good diner, right? And
or Cracker Barrel.
Yeah. I've never been to a Cracker Barrel, so I want to know how it is. But this thing was the closest thing to a diner that I had. Breakfast. It's only open from 7 to 2. 7 to 2, ma. Small window. Yep. Not the biggest of restaurants, so you really we had a 10-minute wait. I know Dad does not do well with anything longer than 5 minutes, but.
Was it smaller than the Burnersville Cafe? That little one?
No. It's probably bigger than that.
Diner? Okay.
Did you hear that was pretty small. Bolton got raided? Who's John Bolton, Mom?
Oh. Yeah, that was big news this week.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about that today.
We can talk about
we'll talk about that in a bit, but thank you, Blue Ninja. Not to stop distracting me. Downside of having 20 chances. Where's my producer? My ADD can't take this.
Hey, is Blue Ninja my fan? Does Blue Ninja say, "Hey, where's the political stuff"? Tell your mom I want more.
Yeah, tell your mom I want more politics.
Jeez.
But Cracker Barrel should take notes from that Red Lobster CEO. He freaking turned that company around like a mofo. That was quick. From bankrupt to flipping it. Now, did we find out if they got rid of the, what was it, the seafood platter that Dad liked, the surf and turf platter?
The Bar Harbor.
The Bar Harbor. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't see it on the menu, and that was very disappointing. We had it recently. Were you with us?
Yeah, remember you got me
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And my mom went to get me, you went to get me the chicken fingers and french fries, then you got me the whole trough of chicken fingers, which had 30, and then I ate all 30 in front of you guys, and you judged me really hard. Remember that, Mom? Remember that when I was dipping it in the trough of honey mustard that they gave me?
That's just a Thursday with you.
That's a dick move. That was very rude, Mother. That was very rude. Red Lobster has good pasta. This is true.
They
do. I stand by this. I tell people this all the time. Red Lobster has the best chicken fingers and french fries. Nothing beats it.
Yes. Dad has said they're really good. I think the test would be Kenny.
Oh, okay. I think Kenny would say yes. Kenny's been having computer problems. I've been helping Mike and Kenny with computer problems for like the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, something's going on in Miami.
Yeah, well, I think
weird things going on.
Kenny has it. What's Red Lobster? Holy Cheddar! Where do you live that you don't have a Red Lobster?
It's a chain seafood restaurant.
Yeah.
Which, if you think about it, there aren't many. There really aren't many seafood.
Florida.
When they closed Red Lobster down here, there was really no place to go. You have to go to like a full-ass seafood restaurant. Florida. We don't even have a Long John Silver's here.
Really? Not at all in New Jersey?
No, well, not around here. But Red Lobster is even a little bit nicer than Long John Silver's. It's a sit-down restaurant where you can get,
I'm looking at a map of Miami that has all. I have an app that tells me where all the restaurants are anywhere in the country at any time.
Badass.
Yeah, they have Red Lobster all over Florida. Well, I shouldn't say all over. There's only I would say less than 20 in the state. I didn't realize that there's not that many in. Oh, I guess there's not that many. Apparently, there's no Red Lobsters on the left side of the country. Whoa, how do you live?
I was just watching today the CEO of Bed Bath and Beyond. So they filed for bankruptcy a few years ago.
Again? Oh, okay.
No, he's bringing them back, and he has investors. And actually, he was talking about how Gavin Newsom is basically, doesn't want their business and is kicking them out. Okay, fine.
This is crazy.
But when you look at some of the Red Lobsters, like there was one upstate New York. That place was always busy. They closed that one. They still haven't opened it. So I'm hoping this new CEO starts, as the company's making more business. The big thing with Red Lobster, Dad had told me this. Their suppliers of shrimp, so whoever bought the company was a main stockholder. I don't remember the whole story, but they started to dictate where they could get their shrimp from. And that was a big deal because Red Lobster had the endless shrimp. That was one of their marketing things, endless shrimp. And it cost them so much money because they weren't getting the best deal. But they had to do it. They were forced to use them. And that was really when it all started to go downhill. The expenses got too high. But when you look at some of these restaurants, like we were talking, there's no Red Lobster near us. You and I had to drive how far? Ours was pretty busy. It wasn't always filled, but it was a decent amount of cars there. And that was during, the COVID, post-COVID, bad economy days, pre-Trump, this administration.
Yeah, we were getting Red Lobster.
People were still going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you want seafood, there are very few restaurants, chain restaurants to go to.
Damn, I was about to say something. But yeah, we don't really have any quick seafood places here, I don't think. Unless you count what's Popeyes?
Popeyes isn't seafood. They may offer a fish, but Long John Silver's is the only one that I knew of on the East Coast. But besides that, it was Red Lobster, and you really notice it when they're gone, right? We wanted some seafood, and we couldn't think of a place to go. Like I said, you can go to a fancy restaurant and order out if you want to, but it's not the same. You don't know what you're getting, and it's pretty consistent with the Red Lobster. Yeah,
you can't really go wrong with Red Lobster. But that thing that Dad got at that Italian restaurant, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that's similar to what we used to have the Bar Harbor at the Super Bowl party. I used to get 2 of those.
I was too face deep in the trough chicken at Super Bowl to notice. Texas Roadhouse.
That was the Red Lobster chicken. I started to get the chicken fingers from them too for the Super Bowl.
Someone said Texas Roadhouse. Cheddar said Texas Roadhouse. I love Texas Roadhouse, but something about it makes me sick. So every time we go there, I eat a lot, and then I just end up having terrible food poisoning. So sponsor us. Sponsor me.
The Texas Roadhouse is good, but it's not seafood.
Do they not have it? Wow, I work there.
They may have it, but the point is that's not their primary thing. It's like Red Lobster is not known for chicken fingers. Their primary thing is seafood.
If it's good, it's good. That's all I care about. But yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen to Cracker Barrel. I'm sure they'll be fine as long as they do a good job. One thing I've noticed, the new era, I guess, of social media is no matter how good something is, no matter what something is, the second it goes quote unquote live, it gets bombarded with hate, and then it's so hard for it to go back up. So what I mean by that is, like, we see it all the time in video games. Like, we get review bombs like crazy, and then you end up like going to the actual thing and you realize, oh, the people that actually like it just have nothing to really say, or you're not going to complain. So all the complaints come in, and then you just go, oh, I'm never going to go. I think it would, like, in today's day and age, it's just very hard to hype something up even a little bit because people are going to be let down.
Psychologically, this has always been true even before social media. People are more likely to communicate when they've had a bad experience than when they've had a good one.
Right.
So when people complain about a service or whatever, that's when they're motivated to contact the manager. Very rarely, and that is, it's distinctive if you do it. If you get good service and you contact the manager and say, hey, I just want to let you know I had a great night last night. The server was great, blah, blah, blah. They really appreciate that because it doesn't happen. People love to complain.
Right.
They just take for granted when they have a good experience, which in essence, I'm supposed to have a good experience when I go to a restaurant, for instance, right? I'm not supposed to have things to be critical of. But in answer to your question, I think that's social media. People just tend to be critical. They take for granted if something's good and they expect it to be that way. If it's not, then they got to voice it. Yeah.
How about, speaking of other food companies failing? Oh, wait, but it's not all on the server. Oh, wait. Oh, are you talking about? Oh, okay, hold on. Texas Roadhouse. While I work there at Texas Roadhouse, it's meat and potatoes, but it's not all on the servers. Okay, I don't know what. I'm sorry, I forget what we were.
Don't forget the bread. Your brother loves that bread. He turned Grandma Lolly into a bread fiend with Texas Roadhouse.
At Texas Roadhouse?
She loves the bread there. Mike was like, Grandma, we gotta go. We gotta have the bread. And she's like, okay. They brought that bread out. She couldn't get enough.
I'm just trying to.
Mike left the bag there with the bread.
I'm just trying. Oh, did he really? That's crazy. Yeah. We run out in 20 minutes. Oh, the bread? Whoa, really?
Yeah, it's really
damn.
Good. It's like a sweet bread.
I'm just trying to figure out how to do those freaking cream cheese ragouts from the Chinese food place. My fat ass was like, can I air fry these? I was like, how the hell?
They're so good, you get sick of them fast.
I don't.
We got a bunch that we're like, oh no, we can't do this.
With enough MSG, anything could get me to eat it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So before we change topics, anyone got anything else to say? Any other little tidbits?
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel. I don't know. I should go to one, but let me see. What is the nearest?
Just when I come down there, we'll go to Cracker Barrel. We'll find one down there. We'll hit a Cracker Barrel for breakfast or something.
Let me take a look. The nearest. Oh, that's actually not that far. There's a Cracker Barrel in Jacksonville, so that's like 45 minutes. Or we could go to the Baker's Kitchen, or whatever it's called.
Well, next time you're home, we go to Cracker Barrel right in Clinton.
Okay, that's fine.
Right off the highway on the way to Walmart. Just don't go on a Sunday. It's very crowded on a Sunday.
Yeah, and you know the early bird special. Those people aren't getting out of their chairs very quickly. Oh,
I can't complain anymore. I'm on the verge of early bird. We're like a half hour away from it, I gotta tell you. We push it to go past. We're like, we gotta sit in the car a half hour. We're really old.
Oh, God. So, speaking of food falling apart, Beyond Meat headed to Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Yep. Honestly, I knew that this was going to happen. I just didn't think it would happen this fast, right? Yep. It's almost like fake meat doesn't do great.
It's kind of falling by the way as the climate change hoax. You know, it was being hepped up as part of that whole, the world's going to end and you got to stop eating meat and we got to have all this other stuff. So it's a small niche, people that eat that stuff. It's not a huge client base. The sales have dropped year over year by 20%. So they are...
wow.
They brought in a transformative CEO. You know, you got problems when you need
not good.
Executive transformative person. They've reduced the workforce by 6%, but the competition in that area is increasing, believe it or not. It is a lot more Fako meat you can get at food stores, like Whole Foods.
Yeah, I think people have kind of replicated it, and I think they've kind of improved on the flavor. So I always thought that, I wonder if that's a patenting issue, as in they just didn't patent enough stuff when they were building the foundation of the company that people just replicated it and made it better.
Well, I don't know that you can do that.
I don't think you could with food.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a burger. You can't patent a burger. If you put special seasoning, I don't know, maybe you can, I don't know. But, it's basically to get to look and taste that way, you got to use certain things. When you look at what goes into it, it just turned me off to it. But I will eat meat. I'm not an anti-meat person.
I will always love the video of, is it Ryan Seacrest that's showing the kids how chicken nuggets made? It's like the most grotesque thing ever. And then he's like, so how many of you guys want chicken nuggets? And every kid goes, me. It just completely backfired on him. He's like, what? Yeah. Wait, what? You guys watch that and you still think?
They have like a 2-second attention span. They forgot the movie the minute it ended and they moved on. Chicken nuggets.
Yeah. But it always scares me. So so what is Beyond Meat made out of? That's the big question for everyone. We start with we start with a simple plant-based, great, non-GMO ingredients, all right. Beyond Meat sources proteins, fats, minerals, flavors, colors. I never like when they put colors in my stuff. Carbohydrates from plant-based sources like peas, beans, potatoes, brown rice. Now, I'm gonna level with you. I've never had Beyond Meat. I've never tasted it because I'm scared of what it would do to my body. I'm scared I would rot out from the inside, but they say it's healthier. It definitely brings your cholesterol down, but I think it's bad. It's bad when people would rather eat meat knowing that their cholesterol is probably through the roof than have a fucking Beyond Burger. I'd rather just clog my arteries up before I have a Beyond Burger.
I guess if you're somebody who for some reason can't have beef,
right?
I guess it's a nice alternative. If you physically can't eat it or have allergies, but if you don't need to have it, and that's why it's a niche kind of thing. We have burgers.
It's also expensive.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's also expensive.
Yeah. So it makes it, all those things were setting them up failure. The other thing that was working to their advantage, like I said, was the whole climate hype, and we're going to get rid of cattle, and nobody's going to have beef anymore.
Yeah.
And cows are evil, so people panic. I got to have a burger. I don't care if it's made out of shoe leather.
That's probably when they were probably the ones that pushed that movement of cows were causing global warming with the methane farts. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That was probably them.
Yeah.
Oh, brother Kenny's calling me. Should I bring Kenny on the podcast?
Literal.
Let's see what Kenny's doing. Hello, brother. You are on the live podcast with Mom and I.
Oh, nice. I just wanted to tell you, I just dropped my computer off at Micro Center.
He hung up.
The gentleman thinks it's probably the pump, but they're going to do a full diagnostics run on it tonight. Get back to me tomorrow.
Okay.
With a diagnostic and solution. So I'll let you know what happens.
All right. Sweet.
All right.
Okay.
Enjoy the podcast.
Yeah. Let me know how that goes. So, all right, brother. I'll see you. Bye. Kenny's been having computer problems. Specifically, his CPU has just been running incredibly hot. So, like dangerously hot. So,
his fan's not working?
I can't figure it out. Something must be up with his radiator. Like all computers have a radiator.
Oh.
Right. And his fans were working fine. So it must be something up with the pump system in there. So apparently the guy's going to look at it at Micro Center. But, yeah, I wish him luck. Like he was doing nothing with his computer, like what we call idle. It was going to 200 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, wow.
Which is like that's insane.
It's dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you like ruin a computer. So that's why I was like, turn it off, cut it. But so as I was saying about the Beyond Meat, I just wouldn't trust. It's not that I don't trust it, but one, it's expensive. It's expensive and it's just kind of useless in the sense of there's no real. I don't want to say nutritional value, but like, I'm sure it's nutritious, but you're not getting. Okay, let me put it this way. You know how people are always like, "Oh, I love being vegan or vegetarian." They're always the most boring people. Like they have no energy, and then you realize like they're supplementing. The ones that do have energy are because they're supplementing everything, right? Like Kai Green, who's this giant bodybuilder who claims to be vegan. He's also on all the steroids, right?
Shania Twain, she's a vegan.
Is she? Is she an outgoing, lively person? And also, what else is she taking?
Shania Twain? You don't know Shania Twain?
If I saw her, I'd know her, but no, I don't. Singer?
Man, I feel like a woman.
Oh.
Bum, bum, ba-da. That's Shania Twain. The singer,
oh,
the
she's
performer.
Canadian.
Yes, she's Canadian, but she's a vegan, and yeah, I mean, some people just don't eat meat. Okay, whatever. It's the thing. And it's a nice alternative. So if you're having a barbecue and you got 5 friends who are vegan, you can slap the Beyond Meat burgers on and they should be happy, right? So it is a nice alternative. But again, that's a niche. It's not, most people aren't like that, you know? You're not holding that out at the Little League picnic. Let me tell you something.
Oh, yeah. If you're the person, kids want oranges and you're bringing the Beyond Meat, you're getting stabbed. You're getting stabbed by a 4-year-old.
I a picture of his dad at a barbecue and all these meat patties hitting about.
Yeah.
And they're like, we don't want this crap, you know?
Oh, that's funny.
Time for a couple of skinny moms.
Someone in chat said eat grass. You might as well eat grass. Yeah. But the problem with vegetarian and vegan is like the amount of vegetables you would have to eat in order to get your, like to hit your macros, to hit your protein intake is like you'd have to eat heads of broccoli every day.
Well, no, they don't eat just that. They eat a lot of beans.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like it's still like if you look up like how much one piece of steak is in comparison to how much you'd have to eat, it would be tough to do.
Well, they also tend to be a lot thinner. Maybe not necessarily the healthiest.
What's their deadlift? What's their bench press? What's their squat?
When my friend would have Thanksgiving dinner and had the extended family come, all I would hear is, "Oh God, he's bringing the goddamn daughter-in-law who's the vegan." So now she had to go out and buy like vegan food for Thanksgiving. Then another one who had, the Crohn's disease or whatever. Oh, they can't have this, they can't have that, and she'd be cooking multiple meals for Thanksgiving. I'm like, when the hell did this happen?
Right.
You had turkey at Thanksgiving, and you went to somebody's house and you were thankful for it. Now all of a sudden you're cooking multiple meals because people don't. I don't do turkey. Well, then you don't do Thanksgiving. Go home, okay? Don't come to my house. Yeah.
Best part of Thanksgiving is eating enough turkey till you throw up, and then laying that what's it called? What's the thing that makes you sleepy? Tryptophan or whatever that makes you sleepy from eating turkey. Then we all just pass out on the couch. It's nice.
Well, and just the audacity of people to assume. Well, and I shouldn't say that, but if you invite people and they have to be vegan, they know they're coming to Thanksgiving, they won't eat the turkey. They'll have the fixings. You don't have to go out and make, I just, in my mind, I'm like, when did this happen? You get invited to somebody's house and they got to go out of the way to.
Yeah, I ain't making you shit. Bring your own little cauliflower pizza. I don't give a shit. I'm not making it for you.
Right. If I'm a vegan and I go to somebody's house, I don't expect them to cook special meals for me. I'll eat whatever I can of their fixins and move on.
You make them eat it.
I'm just there for the liquor. I'm just there for the liquor.
I'll never forget when my friend Patricia in college, I told you this story. Patricia, if you're watching somewhere, I would always tell her the milkshakes at Goodfellas. Remember that place right next to at Scranton? I would always tell her that the milkshakes were gluten-free, knowing full well she had a gluten allergy. And she would drink the whole well, hold on. She knew, but I would be like, no, this is gluten-free. And she would start drinking it. And I'm like, it's not gluten-free. She's like, Chris, I don't give a shit. I just want the milkshake, and plowed through it every time. And she would puke all night, or like shit herself all night. But, and then you know what? We did it the next week. We did it again the next week. That was Patricia.
It's worth it for her.
To this day. I was close friends with her for 4 years, right? All through college. I still don't think I could pronounce her last name. It was like Grush. I gotta ask her.
Don't use it. You're live. Maybe she doesn't want her name on your podcast.
Well, I knew I couldn't say it, so Patricia wouldn't care. I haven't seen her in 7 years, but whatever. Cauliflower pizza is good. I hear good things. Here's the real question, Mom. If I gave you a Beyond Meat, and again, we're straight white males, so we would not be eating Beyond Meat, but
not me. I'm not a straight white male.
Straight whatever. Straight white. I don't know if you physically could tell the difference. Like, I'd have to really do a side-by-side comparison to see which one.
I don't know. I guess so. I don't know. I've never really tried it. I just yeah.
I've never even seen it, to be honest.
I normally don't mind trying a new type of food. I don't normally. I just don't. If I don't like it, I don't like it. Like, I'm not going to try anything that comes with the tentacles. There's the octopus or anything. I'm not trying.
Oh, really? I actually don't mind that.
Yeah, Italians, they eat those squid things. The calamari, I'm not a big fan of that. I don't care how tasty breaded, and usually I will say, you bread anything, you can eat it. That I can't eat. It's like a rubber band that's been breaded.
If you taught me how to tempura something, I'd eat a penny tempura.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Some things I just can't, even though it's tempura, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it.
I could, if I could tempura a sock, I'd eat it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I like tempura so much.
I'm trying again to cut back on my cholesterol, right? Mm-hmm. And at the same time, the carbs too. Gotta tell you, very hard. I mean, a lot of almonds.
A lot of almonds?
And only because
almonds are all carb. There's a lot of fats in almonds, but there's carbs in there.
But that's good for the cholesterol. So that's what I'm saying. It's a trade-off. We had cheeseburgers tonight. I couldn't have the cheese, right? It's like you go to eat something, and I'm conditioned to eat quick things. Like a piece of cheese is quick. You grab cheese, you go out the door. You get some crackers. It's all crap. I'm trying to eat better. And it's not as easy, and the beef, trying to cut back on beef each week. You run out of things to feed people, let me tell you. And there's only the two of us here, but Grandma gets a little demanding, If I see chicken,
Gima starts she starts throwing her weight around. You're like, hey, you weigh 100 pounds. How are you eating so much?
She doesn't say it to me, but on the phone, she'll go, I'm so sick of chicken, I don't know what to say.
Really? I can eat chicken every day. I had chicken yesterday with my rice. Chicken and rice. I saw a recipe for the most delicious egg salad tomorrow, so I'm going to give that a rip. I had my, as we talked about, our sub, my Harris Teeter. The teat sub is what I like to call it. Can I get a teat sub? And then
we're talking about this. I'm not a foodie, so I could eat the same thing every day. I really don't.
I could too. I just choose not to.
Well, I can't because everyone gets sick of it, or grandma. You know, I try to make her something, but anyhow.
Well, I'm trying the Halo ice creams tonight, which are 300 calories. We're going to give it a shot. I was talking to someone before about Ben and Jerry's, and my mouth started to water, and I was like, oh, no.
I still have them here. I don't know what I'm going to do with those.
Oh, you still have Dad didn't eat the Vermonster one that we got him? That's crazy. Nope. You're not going to force Dad to eat that?
He hasn't eaten a lot of ice cream. He was kind of watching a little bit too. I don't know. Boring. I don't know.
Is anyone in this family fun? Anyone?
Just waiting outside for the blue light special to pass so we can go in. What makes you think we're doing anything fun?
True. Any other comments on that, anyone? Let's see. What else do we have? I think we're pretty much done with meat.
Hulk Hogan. Did you see Hulk Hogan? The autopsy?
No. Hulk Hogan's
Hogan
cause of
family
death
thinks
investigation.
it was malpractice leading to Hulk's death.
Really?
They think the frenetic nerve was compromised when he had his surgery. The nerve controls your diaphragm and your breathing. And his death was listed as a heart attack after surgery. But he also had, he was not a health man. He had a regular heartbeat, and he had some type of blood cancer.
Oh, really? Wow.
CCL or LLC, something like that. Something to do with the white blood cells. So the daughter claims that some professionals around Hulk on the day of his death urged her and the family look into his death because they suspect that there might have been some malpractice there.
Malpractice or a mistake? I always wonder what that is.
Malpractice is when you make a mistake that you shouldn't have made. So they put his cremation on hold. And I think they're either having an autopsy done or requesting it at this point. So to be determined.
Kind of upsetting, but also I don't think Hulk Hogan was one of the healthiest of guys in the sense of
no, he wasn't.
Yeah, steroids his whole life, a lot of steroid abuse, a lot of this, a lot of that.
So he still was fairly young, right? He still was in his 70s.
Yeah, mid-70s. I guess. I don't know. I didn't know that there was a nerve that. I also want to know, like, how often does that happen? It's not like the guy did it on purpose.
Well, you don't know, because I saw another headline that said Hulk Hogan was murdered, suspicion of murder. I didn't read that article because
Problem is when you're that famous. I mean, people are gonna have articles about you all the time. So, like, people are gonna come up with stuff for clicks.
If there was an unexpected. In the article that I read, some people who were around that day said there are cameras, or something, like they were alluding to the fact, watch the videotape, see what happened. I don't know what they're talking about. Cameras in the house? I don't know. But that was part of the article where she's like, yeah, I think we want an autopsy. We want to see what happened here. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate to say it, but I think we're all kind of past the Hulk Hogan death. I think we're all kind of moved on from the Aussie death too. We just had 2 more deaths today, like TikTok stars, where I don't know, the correlation between fame and death at a young age is starting to really. They're going whoop. So I feel like I've passed the point, Mother.
Don't make me bring up vaccine, Chris.
Yeah,
Come on. I don't want the trifecta today.
I didn't know, but there's like a whole book about how a lot of celebrities who get famous under the age of 20, I think it is, or like young, what they consider young, adolescent, apparently kill themselves at the age of 27. Like that's like a number that a lot of celebrities have died at 27.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder why 27 of all numbers.
I don't know. I do not know.
But you mentioned your TikTok person. That was a horrible story. I couldn't watch it.
The TikTok person? Oh, you did see it. I was going to ask that.
I didn't see it, but I saw the headline. I thought, how is this? For all the policing I hear about on these for other people, how do you have somebody who gets beat? What is he?
So I watched this in the sense of I saw the video that allegedly killed a guy. So let me read it real fast. Kick band streamer involved in Gene Pormanov, I believe is how you pronounce it, broadcast as France vows justice. So from what I understand, this guy had some mental issues to begin with. He wasn't like he got taken advantage of for views by his quote unquote friends. And they did like a 10-day marathon where if you have friends that are beating you up for fun, they're not friends. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
right?
there's something wrong with that.
And then they So he didn't die during the stream. He died days after in his sleep. But they basically choked him out on stream, but they didn't do it like this. They did it literally like this. And I watched it and I was like, man, these are some really shitty people. But that didn't kill him. It sounds like he died from an aneurysm a few days later. And I don't know if you can make the correlation that from one, like that happened a couple of days ago to him dying. It's possible, but I think with that, I don't even know if an autopsy could figure that out.
I think a prosecutor should order an autopsy to find out and prosecute those individuals if in fact what they did caused that, because you can't have people doing that.
I would still say it's some sort of assault to begin with, even if it's on a live stream. But like it's tough. Like two friends are holding the guy down so he can't do anything, while the third friend is like literally like this around his neck trying to choke him out.
It's ridiculous. That's
the level of stupidity. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. I cannot believe you asked.
How is that any different than individuals that videotape raping somebody?
Oh well, let's use more. Let's use more words that we can't use on YouTube.
Oh, jeez, I forgot. But committing some other crime, some other assault, with their intention being a negative intention.
Yeah.
There's no difference, and that's why I say the only difference being that he allowed it. But if you're telling me he may have had issues,
yeah, seems like he's probably on the spectrum somewhere. But
right, this needs to be investigated.
Well, I think this is the sad thing about today, and this kind of goes back to the negative comments we were talking about before with the negative reviews. What you have to do to get famous now is like you gotta do something so outlandish or so stupid that just tapers the line in order to get famous, right? So, Mom, I want you to know I signed us up for a mother-son boxing match. You versus me.
God, I'm doing my part, dropping the wrong words on your site.
Yeah, using the R word, throwing Alex Jones out there. It's just not good. But that's kind of how it is. Did you see? There's a couple. I mean, I guess you can call it 15 minutes of fame. But this guy and his girlfriend who are doing like a vlog or something. They're in a McDonald's and they're just eating, talking, and a car. I guess the guy was a drunk driver or something. Yeah, just hits them. Drives into the restaurant and hits them, goes viral. It's like, man, it sucks that that's what goes viral, and thank God they're okay. But just for her to promote in like an OnlyFans or something, it's like, okay, well,
right.
Great. So
no, and I agree. I mean, it's getting, if you allow this, you're upping the ante. That's why it has to be. Somebody has to draw a line. You can't just say, well, he allowed me to strangle him. Okay. Did he sign paperwork? And I'm taking your word for it. And at what point did maybe he say stop, or he didn't want it to happen anymore? And on top of that, is this really what we want to put on and give people ideas of, hey,
even got so many I would even argue if a person is, even if they wanted you to do it, if you could physically do that to someone and be okay with yourself afterwards, I don't think you should even be on, like, I think you should be in prison just for being capable of doing that to another person. That's not self-defense.
I don't know if they have that, an individual has an account or whatever, if they were just on the feed, but anybody like that, they should be kicked off before you kick off somebody or demonetize somebody who uses a wrong word. This is somebody who's choking somebody out on your platform, and I'm hoping that this is looked into. I really do. I think every social media should want that. Sadly, they don't seem to care.
I mean, how many YouTubers have been arrested just for like doing pranks in other countries just in the past 2 years? 20, 30?
Right. That's my point. And some videotaping even worse. So how is that different? Not even worse, but how is it different? Another crime being videotaped and posted on there, other than to say, well, it was consensual. But you know what? I don't know that. Just because they're telling me the guy said that, or he made a point, he has special needs, or he might have special needs, that should be looked into also.
But Ma, even if and tell me if I'm wrong on this, even if you had a contract that said I allowed this man to kill me, that's void, right? It's still a murder. You can't contractually tell someone, say, oh, it's okay to murder for them to murder me, right?
Yeah, no,
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was gonna say.
Hire somebody to murder you.
Yeah.
Now, there's things called euthanasia,
right, which is
but
different.
the whole process that somebody has to go through with doctors and certifications and whatnot, you can't just hire. Ask Dr. Kevorkian. He was killing people left and right,
Yeah.
and went to jail for a while there because you can't just randomly kill people because you feel it's the right thing to do.
Well,
In
go ahead.
in this case, he's not going to say. They're not going to say no. He didn't want us to kill him. We were just taking it to the point of, making it look bad or whatever their defense will possibly be for. And they might actually get off if it turns out that what he died not related to what happened, but it's a little suspicious, right? 2 days later after something like that.
Yeah, he passes, but it would be tough.
Right.
Yeah. Bring back
and look
duels.
at somebody like Daniel Penny. He almost went to jail for 20 years for chokeholding somebody on a train.
Yeah, but that was out of self-defense. Yeah.
Right. And he was being, aggressive towards people on that train. And that was not acceptable. Well, how is it acceptable to do it to somebody with special needs when he's not attacking you?
Yeah. So, died at 46. That's a little young. But, you're doing something. You're doing something wrong when Kik bans you. Do you know how hard it is to get a Kik ban?
Yeah.
It's tough. The brothers doing the U-turn on the highway. Oof. Don't know what you're talking about, Cheddar, but okay. Any comments? Anything from anyone?
The brothers, or are they talking about the CDL driver?
I don't know. It's kind of random on the chat feed. So.
Oh, because there was a case of the Punjabi truck driving company.
I don't think that's what they're talking about.
Okay. The country's been having issues with this driving school that's just been handing out CDL licenses to foreigners who can't even read English.
Right, and are driving.
You're supposed to be able to read English to drive. And one man recently did an illegal U-turn with an 18.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, I saw that with the truck driver.
And because of that, now we're having investigations. How did this guy even have a license? He can't even speak English, blah, blah, blah. And now they're tracing it back to the school, Punjabi school, that's, I think, around the country.
Really?
But finding out in California, Newsom's California has been just giving out these licenses. Don't need English.
It's so fun. It's so funny watching Gavin Newsom try his hardest to be this Democratic candidate when he's always going to be the guy that ruined California. Like, no matter how nice he looks on a podcast or how great he looks, he's always going to be known as the guy that drove everyone out of California.
The arrogance of these individuals is beyond me. Now I don't know if it's a joke, but there's a red hat that says Gavin Newsom was right about everything. And he's
about
trying
what,
to sell
dude?
hats.
About what?
But the arrogance of somebody, to do something like that is just beyond me when you live in that state.
Well, my favorite is because he's trying to be the presidential candidate, which is hilarious. If he gets a vote, I'll be surprised. He must be paying Twitter, like using their advertisement to promote all of his tweets, because I get like 20 things from him every day about things that he does. And I'm like, okay. Like, I get notifications. I'm like, what are you doing, man? Guy's a joke, but whatever. Yeah. What else is a joke? How about buyback programs in Chicago? Woman sues Chicago after being shot by gun from buyback program. Yeah.
So you know what a buyback program is?
I believe, right. That was when you turned in your guns, right? If you they'd pay you for your guns. Yeah.
This is another one of these wonderful, liberal ideas. The police department is going to buy back your gun for, I don't know even how much, $100, give me your gun. So all these youths come in and they bring in illegal guns and they get or people, not just youths, and they get money for it. Okay. So this woman, her name is Twanda Willingham, is suing Chicago, the city, because she was shot by one of these guns that was supposedly in a buyback program.
Okay.
And they traced it, which I'm amazed that they did such a good job for this case, that the day from the station where they did the buyback program, it gets missing from there versus in the same time as being transferred to another local station. And there's definitely something nefarious about it because the label or the tag that was on it was swapped out with a different tag, and the tag that was supposed to be on that gun was found, I think, in the garbage or in a bag, or obviously it was removed, whatever. So to her credit, she, this gun disappeared while going from the buyback event and to a local police station, possibly taken illegally and purposefully, meaning somebody purposely took that gun, ripped off the ID so it can be either sold again or whatever. It was a Glock 21. It was possessed by a 16-year-old in April of 2025. Which is crazy.
Just reading that is nuts.
Right. Nobody doesn't say where he got it. But to her credit, this was the irony. This was supposed to take a gun off the street because it causes harm. And she winds up getting shot by one of those exact guns.
Yeah, I hope this isn't, again, my cyclical mind goes, cyclical? Cynical.
No, cynical.
Cynical. What's cyclical mean?
Yeah. In a cycle. Goes over and over
cyclical,
again.
yeah, thank you. Well, I guess it kind of is, but it scares me to think that this is, again, we know about the opium stuff that the FBI did where they would sell opium, right? Buy it from, right? Yeah. It scares me to think we did gun buybacks so that the FBI can sell them to the gangs for like a marketed up price. Because the only way that happens, right, assuming that it's a pretty secure system, a police officer or somebody of some level of jurisdiction is selling it back to the gangs, right?
Sure.
That's really the only way I can see that happening. Or you're telling me that a 16-year-old somehow got a gun out of what's probably a very secured safe in a police office?
Yeah.
That scares me.
We know that police officers are human beings, and many of them are on the take. We all saw Serpico. We all know this. Well, you didn't. You were too young. But that's been around since the time police have started. You know, you pay them some money, they look the other way. But that's why you're supposed to have higher ups and people monitoring these things. They have a system in place to watch these guns. And when you see these drug busts, right, when they bring it on the news, $10 million of cocaine was found on a boat off of California. That stuff's supposed to be inventoried. They bring it in, and oops, a couple blocks are missing. You know, nobody talks about that, or you don't find out about it because somebody steals it and they sell it on the side, and nobody knows who it is. It's going to happen. But the irony is, why do you have these programs? Okay, you can make the argument, but we took all these guns off the street. Okay, it costs taxpayers how much money to bring these guns off the street? Now it's going to cost you millions of dollars if this woman wins this case, right? And that's, on the backs of Chicago, which makes you wonder just how effective are these gun buyback programs. It's not like it takes guns off the streets. It doesn't. As a matter of fact, I think Chicago's next on the current president's hit list of cities to go into to clean it up. Because we've heard about gun violence for decades now in the poorer section of Chicago. Every night, 27 youths were killed. 7 youths were killed last night. Every night, it's the same story. It's obscene that this goes on in a city in America, and nobody does anything about it.
Blow it up. What? I didn't say that. Nuke it. What? I said nuke it. The city. Bomb the city. Get rid of it.
Oh. I thought you were talking to somebody else. Okay.
No. Get rid of the city. Liberals destroyed it. No, anyway.
Exactly. Chicago's another lovely city that's been destroyed. New York City, same
Was that Lori Lightfoot or whatever her name was? The crazy black lady? Yeah.
She was there before the next individual.
That lady, when you see her, she looks like she belonged in a mental institution. Lori Lightfoot, what are you doing?
Well, just keep in mind when they have their next election. Remember, everybody was all incensed about the illegals being put into their neighborhoods, their rec centers, their kids' schools. They were adamant, probably helped the current president get elected. Let's see who they vote for the next mayor.
Yeah.
Be the same people. They vote the same people in every time. And then they wonder why their city continues to be a mess.
Yeah. Speaking of kick streamers and YouTubers and this and that, YouTuber wins NBA job after scouting players for content. Finally, some good news in this podcast.
I don't think he's the only one, because when I started to look for the article again, I found that there were others. So his platform is all about the breakdowns and scouting reports. That's what he talks about. The NBA gave him a job. It's his name. He's under the Hoop Intellectual Challenge or Intellect Challenge.
Channel.
Oh, Channel.
That's
sorry.
his username.
And Keander Ashley is his name. He has 60,000 subscribers. So I'm like, okay, good for him. He turned that into a. They didn't say what team he's going to though. He didn't mention that.
So he's just a scouter. Is he going to a? I wonder if he's just like an overall for the NBA scouter, which would be crazy. I don't know if he would be for a specific team, or does it say he's with?
Well, it sounded like it was
with an unnamed team. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, he didn't say which one, and he gets to use what he's been doing online. Somebody picked up on it, tapped into his abilities, and when I saw that and I thought about it, I'm like, and maybe they do this already, but I'm like, hey, you know what? If I'm a hiring person, not a bad idea to go online and find some talent online from people rather than job interviews and resumes.
Yeah. Well, they said, I think a long time ago when World of Warcraft came out, I think a lot of banks were hiring kids from that game because of the economy in that game. Like some kids just knew how to work it, and they were hiring those kids because it was very similar. So,
yep.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, though. Hey, where the hell's where's mine? What am I getting something out of this, dude?
That's why I'm saying if your company's out there looking for talent, maybe they should look no further than their own platform.
Hey, Kake, what's your talent?
I choke people out live on that.
Really.
Right?
Yeah, geez.
Jeez.
That's pretty cool, though. I mean, good to see this.
I think it is.
Now, some positive Israeli news. World's first spinal cord transplant to take place in Israel could allow patient to walk again. Okay, give me the details on this one. As someone who's into medical stuff, tell me.
So it's the Tel Aviv hospital in Israel. There are currently some therapies that they try, like the stem cells and the robotic devices. I think Neuralink is part of that too, where they try and get people who are paralyzed to move. This is a very difficult area because the spinal cord is an area that cannot self-heal, right? It's not like a bone that if you connect it, it'll be okay. It doesn't seem to do that. That's why the spinal cord injuries are so devastating. And if you know anybody who's had a spinal issue, a vertebrae or whatever, it's really debilitating, almost, I want to say, indefinitely. It's not like there's ever a permanent or seems to be a permanent fix for many of them. They tend to always have issues with it. The scar tissue, it forms at the scarred parts. So when it breaks off, you have the scar tissue. This new procedure is where they use lab-grown, and this I thought was amazing, lab-grown spinal cord tissue that they fuse end to end. Okay?
Wow.
So they grow it in the lab, and they create a 3D spinal cord in the lab. So they use the 3D, they create this thing, and they use spinal tissue cells from the patient's blood. They reprogram them into like stem cells. So we know you could do that without having to use fetal cells. They're able to do that in Israel. Well, and other places. They reprogram them into stem cells. They introduce those into fat tissue, which is where the stem cells develop into their spinal tissue. So, if you take stem cells and you program them to be a particular function, right? So stem cells in a human being, they're programmed to create certain things, like heart organ is heart stem cells. The liver is liver stem cells. The spine is spinal stem cells. So they're taking human cells, reworking them to become stem cells that'll create the spinal tissue. The tissue is then implanted. A company by the name of, and this I printed, Matricelf, M-A-T, Matricelf. They're working with the hospital to provide the surgery, and also if this works, obviously this is groundbreaking and could open the door to a lot of possibilities for people who have suffered from severed spines and can no longer walk. They could be able to walk again.
Right. Oh, someone said hello in chat. Hello, Shadow. Sorry if I missed that. My dad was not able to move for over a year because of a spinal injury. Wow. But that could be skeletal, right? This is specifically the spinal cord, right?
Yeah, they're fixing the spinal cord. So that's causing paralysis. When you sever the cord, depending on where it is, you could lose your legs, you could lose everything. You could lose, your neck down. It depends on where it is on the spinal cord. And it's such a delicate area that it's interesting how it, you have to have flexibility to bend. So you need individual vertebrae. You can't have a solid piece. But that tissue in between is so delicate and so, I don't know, it's just amazing how the human body is. And if they're able to fix something like that, I mean, that would be incredible.
Well, I mean, speaking of Hulk Hogan, right? He had like 12 spinal fusions. Like, remember, he lost a bunch of agents. When I know plenty of people who have had spinal fusions, and they lose a lot of their flexibility. The spine, it's amazing what we've come to.
That's more structural, to your point.
Yeah.
And I guess when I was saying that, and about the individual whose parent lost it for a year, anybody who's pulled a muscle there or who's, pinched a vertebrae or whatever.
I've been there.
Those type of things, they're with you for a long time. It's very hard we don't have, as far as I know, there aren't therapies that fix it instantaneously. My mother's had a friend, she suffered with pain. Your uncle's mother-in-law, same story. She's had back pains for a very long time. Once you have it, it's very difficult. We don't have good procedures yet to definitively fix that.
Yeah.
And something like this, even though it's to repair something dramatic like paralysis, I'm sure you're going to learn other stuff.
Fucking David O'Dwyer said, has your mom seen your deadlift form? You are close to needing some fusions. Fuck you, Dave. That's our friend Dave. But if they could do that, because I thought the whole point of the neural link was to kind of fix spinal issues, right? So it's supposed the neural link is supposed to go into the back of the skull. It basically reconnects all the neurons and axons in the brain, and then it's able to almost like. Apparently, this is what I never understood, and I would need to see a better. There's not much out there on the neural link in the sense of the actual. We have pictures, but we've never actually seen it work. It's supposed to have tubes inside this little thing that can go all the way down the spine.
Right.
To reconnect.
So if that's what you're telling me, and I don't know for certain.
Yeah. No one's ever seen it.
Neuralink is creating a spinal cord, right? They're trying to take the place of a natural one. That's my guess. Will it work as well as a human, God-given stem cell created type of biological one? I don't know that for a fact. What they're doing in Tel Aviv is they're taking what's broken and they're fixing it, right?
Which is pretty amazing still, either way.
And also Neuralink may be related to, say you have a mental issue where it's not connecting with your spinal cord.
That's what Dave has. Mental issue. Fuck you, Dave.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Dave. But I don't know if Neuralink will ever be, or at least not now, not in our lifetime, will be able to completely redo a spine. I think it's just supposed to be reconnecting the neurons and the axons in the brain back to the spinal cord. So I think you still have to have an intact spinal cord.
Right. Okay. So that could be it too. Based on what you were telling me, it sounded like it was replacing.
I think that's what he said on Rogan. I don't know how much that's changed because that podcast is from like 3 years ago now. But
and it's possible too that Neuralink can only do certain functions that you lose.
Yes.
Like when you have a severed spinal cord, that might not be something that Neuralink can take the place of.
The only person
At a minimum, they put it together and Neuralink could come in, and now if there's a connective spinal, now they can work with what has been repaired. Maybe. I don't know.
I think the guy who had the first use case of the Neuralink, I think he's still paralyzed. He can play video games and stuff though using his eyes, and he says it's like cheating because he has aim assist, which is so unfair. Yeah. Still, again, Mom, can the company pay for me to get Neuralink for my video gaming?
Are you seriously mocking somebody who's doing well in video games?
I'm saying I'm trying to catch up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you beat me in a video game, but can you do this? Can you do this? But I think it's like a healing process in the sense of I think his body has to adjust to the Neuralink, and then I think he actually does get some feeling back in his body. Like I think he can start moving some things. Like I don't know what the process is. Like maybe 10 years down the line he'll be able to walk again, but I have no clue. The only thing we've seen on Neuralink is concepts and people that have had it. There's only been like 2 or 3 that have actually had it. We've never physically seen like an X-ray of it working or how it works.
Okay.
Yeah, that's as much as I know.
All I know is, as I said at the beginning, I'm watching this show from the 1900s where they would suction the blood during surgery with a hand crank.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, that's where it was in the 1900s.
Bite the wooden spoon as they hacksaw your arm off. Ugh.
No mask, no gloves, because they didn't have a concept of that. And your body was in a theater with all the doctors sitting there watching you like in a class lecture hall while your body was exposed in front of everybody and they're cutting you open bare hands.
Did you soap? Do you know the story of the I have to find it real fast, but back in, I think it's the late 1800s, early 1900s, the first ever surgery that had a 300% death rate.
300%?
Yeah, ready? I gotta see if I can find it.
300%?
That. I gotta find it. Yes, okay. His name was Robert Livingston. Okay, the surgery where 3 people died refers to famous but likely wow, I don't even know what that word is. Apocryphal. Okay, ready, Mom? Here we go. APOCRYPHAL. Apocryphal? Okay. Historical account of surgeon Robert Livingston performing a rapid amputation resulting in the death of a patient, his assistant, and a bystander. The deaths were due to the hospital-acquired gangrene or shock from the trauma, leading to the story having reported a 300% mortality rate. The incident is known for its impossibly high death toll. It's only one-sided example of high-risk and gruesome surgery in the
so the other people died from getting the gangrene? Is
that
what you're saying?
But, okay, so during the leg amputation, Lister's knife accidentally cut through the fingers of his assistant and also slashed through the coat of a bystander. So they died from in the hospital because of gangrene. So, the bystander, terrified, fainted and died from shock.
Oh my gosh!
That's the 300% mortality rate. Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
What was the year?
Oh,
I don't know if it says. It just says renowned 19th century surgeon. It doesn't say when.
Yeah.
Amputated the leg in under 2.5 minutes. The patient died afterwards, and then the other two, the bystander and his assistant, died. Which is crazy. Do you take away his medical license right away, or was he the guy that they were just like, well, he knows how to do amputations, so?
Yeah. Oh well. Well, back then it was not as big a deal. It was not a big deal in the sense that they're like, a person died, we tried.
Yeah.
Nowadays, with lawsuits and everything, it's.
I mean, they hacksawed the guy's leg off. They had to have. Right?
Well, right. I mean, that's Civil War days. That's what they used to do on the battlefield. You just put a tourniquet on, you sawed the leg off because gangrene would kill them. So at least you could stop the gangrene. But you would think, in surgery, we're going to do a better job. But back then, there was no, even the 1900s, like I'm saying, they would try experimental whatever, and there was really no chance you're going to make it. I mean, it's more like, hey, great idea if you can make it. We'll try.
It's so crazy that people live past 30. Like, when you look at old accounts of people that had 10 kids, they're like, well, half my kids live 30, and they're like, wow, that's amazing. Good for you. Yep. Like, it was like miraculous if you live past 50.
Oh, well, I think they quoted in the show that is, the average male lives to 47.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Back in the 1900s. I mean, there was so many, because you have to remember too that back then there was no sanitation, there was nothing. Kids were born in squalor. So they picked up every germ, every disease. So if you're lucky if all your kids survived. I mean, that was just the reality. So,
yeah.
But back to that, look how far we've come. Something like stem cells. Look at stem cells are, as we know, the future. And on top of it, it was always, you have to have fetal stem cells. They're the best. Well, guess what? We've even scienced the shit out of that. Yeah. And now we can make stem cells out of human cells.
As Sandra Bullock has freaking baby skin all over her face. Right, that's what she was doing, the stem cells for her face.
Well, I mean, kudos to the doctors that said, you know what, I'm not satisfied with that. Let's try and do it from human cells. Yeah. And so far, it looks like, now probably somebody out there is going to say, well, it's not as good as fetal cells. Okay, but we're doing it. And if you could repair a spinal cord, something that delicate, that sensitive,
that is pretty amazing.
Go for it. With using my own cells too, which is, as you know, I was looking at a stem cell procedure for my knee. And it grossed me out thinking I was going to get somebody else's. Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah, no, I'm kind of with you on that. I wouldn't want that.
It seemed like blood transfusion. I don't want somebody else's. I want my own family's. I know that sounds weird.
I don't want I don't want your vaccine blood.
Oh, you said it, not me.
Yeah.
You said it.
I just said vaccine. I didn't say specifics. I'm a professional, mother. I'm a professional.
I agree. There's been horror stories about things not just about that, but, blood transfusions and whatnot. And it's just always been in my mind. I mean, thank God, knock wood, I've never had to have one. But even the stem cells, I'm like, And he says, well, use your own. Oh, okay. No. I'm okay with that. Use my own.
Last one for me, unless, I don't know if anyone else has anything to say about it, but last one for me, after about 10 years of waiting, 10 years of waiting. We finally have Hollow Knight Silk Song. Ooh, that was the game I was telling you about that I was waiting for. We've all been waiting for it.
I've been
But what's pretty amazing, so this is how you know it's a big game. So Silk Song has developers who are all, because we just had the big Xbox forum where they basically tell everyone all the upcoming games. Everyone's pushing their dates back because they know Silk Song's going to be so big that there's no point in even putting a game out for the next like 3 weeks at least. Oh. Yeah, which you don't really see that too often. So I'm excited. This is a big one. We've been doing Metroids all the last couple months just to prepare for Silk Song. So
now, who makes this? Xbox?
Oh, that's a great question. I gotta look at the developer for Hollow Knight. Who makes Hollow Knight? That's a great question. This is the shit I should know. Silk Song. Team Cherry. Yeah, that's right. Team Cherry.
Team Cherry?
Yeah, I don't know where they're located out of.
Oh, can I just break away while you talk about this?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, that's my mom not caring. That's my mom not giving a shit. No. But yeah, guys, Silk Song, I am pumped for Silk Song. The map, apparently it's a bigger map than Hollow Knight, which is stupid. So, yeah, I think we're all ready for that. There's not much more to that article, but I don't know if you guys saw any of the big games coming out in the Xbox releases. It's not looking good, guys. We might be cooked for a couple years. It might not. It's all single-player games except for Black Ops 7, which I don't think anyone's getting. I think Black Ops 7 is going to flop, but I think what was it called? Blackout is going to be pretty good. Blackout 2. So. Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Wow, that was quick. Black Ops 6 was a flop. Yes, it was. It was. I don't think any of us have played. Well, we've been playing Warzone, but that's about it. So, but yeah, that's really all I had tonight, Mom. So now we can open it to the floor. That's all I had. I finished what I had to say. Well, there wasn't much of an article there. I just think it's pretty amazing how big this game's going to be. So yeah, if anyone has any questions that they just want to ask about anything.
If it's big, like what metric number of people buy
the amount of people waiting for it. Yeah. Oh. So on Steam, you can wish list something. Right?
Gotcha. Okay.
So for when it does come out, it gets notifications, and everyone's. So the reason why this game's so big is Hollow Knight. So you have games like video games called masterpieces, like actually categorized as masterpieces, and I don't know all of them anymore, but you have like Legend of Zelda, God of War, Hollow Knight. I think one of the Mario games is in there. I don't even know. But the reason they're called masterpieces, quote unquote, is because they start a genre. So because of Hollow Knight, so many people have tried to replicate games that are like Hollow Knight. And they've done good jobs. It's just that Hollow Knight was the first one. So that's why it's considered a masterpiece. I got to look up.
Hollow Knight's the first one, and Silk Song is their newest game.
Yes, this is the one that everyone's been Yeah, the new one's called Hollow Knight Silk Song, I believe.
Gotcha.
So that's why it's a big one. So I have to look up real fast. I don't know what games are considered masterpieces. Oh, Red Dead Redemption, Last of Us, which I don't know. Witcher 3.
Fortnite. Fortnite considered one?
No, Fortnite's not considered a masterpiece because I think the reason why Fortnite's not considered a masterpiece is because it's not really, it did incredibly well. I would say that Fortnite is a huge reason why Fortnite's always going to be the game in history that is the reason that so many people became famous. Like kind of made YouTubers have a job. Gamers have a job, I should say. Okay. Because they did everything right. That game, no matter how much you hate it or dislike it, what that did for gaming, yeah, like completely revolutionized everything. That's why a lot of people get. Do you remember Ninja? Ninja was the guy that got really famous. You know him if you saw him. He was on ESPN for a while. He was like, they put him as like one of the best. Even if you don't like him, he paved the way for a lot of us gamers in the sense of, oh, this can be a career. So that was kind of the
Fortnite the game is not considered a masterpiece.
It's not considered a masterpiece. It's kind of so because it wasn't the first battle royale. You want some history, Mom? It's actually really interesting history. Yes, Chris. I love when you tell me stuff. No, not really. So the first battle royale. Okay, ready? Let's see. I'm about to test my knowledge here. So we used to have there used to be a military simulator called Arma, and it still exists. So the military would actually train U.S. forces using this Arma game, right? So the beauty of Arma was you had a modding community. So modding, right, you can add stuff to the game. It allowed URI to basically put mods in. And someone came up with what's called the DayZ mod. And his name was Player Unknown. And then basically a company reached out to him called H1Z1, or Hi-Rez Studios made a game called H1Z1 that became the first battle royale. It became its own game, right? So Fortnite's a battle royale, which is, that's the concept of the game. And then the H1Z1, they were like, hey, we made so much money. We're not going to listen to our player base. Like, we don't care about you people, right? Oh, you gave us money, so why are we gonna continue doing this? So then the guy known as Player Unknown goes, I'm just going to make my own game, right? I don't need you people anymore. You've ruined the concept here by just getting a money grab. So he creates a game on his own called Player Unknown's Battleground, which became known as PUBG, which is a very famous game to this day. Oh. It has the biggest mobile. It like averages 300 million players a day, which is insane on mobile. Because all like the Indians and Asians play it. It's crazy. Oh. So it's huge over there. I shouldn't say it like that, but you know what I mean, right? So that's what happened. And then so Player Unknown's Battlegrounds did really well, and H1Z1 was like, no, please come back. All you players, we'll make the changes that you've been wanting for 10 years. And no one went back. That game is so dead, it's incredible. Like no one plays it. They had to completely change the game. Anyway. So Fortnite sees how well Player Unknown's Battlegrounds is doing, the PUBG. And they go, we're in the middle of making a game. Why don't we just add a battle royale to it, right? And it just took off. Right. So that's literally how it started. And then Player Unknown, PUBG made a terrible mistake because what they did, PUBG used to only be for PC. And then basically they said, hey, give us more money. We're going to pay for it, and we're going to add stuff to the game. And instead what they did with the money was they remade the game for PlayStation, Xbox, and like Nintendo Switch at the time. And it just flopped. It was like unplayable. So they just wasted billions or millions of dollars. So and then it just couldn't really recover from it. It's still playable, like people still have it. But then Fortnite came around, and the reason why Fortnite was so big, Mom, was because it was free. You didn't have to pay anything.
Oh, so, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Fortnite's completely free. So they were the first ones, and here's the downside. They were the first ones to add microtransactions for cosmetic items, right?
That's how they made the money, right?
Yeah, so they made billions of dollars just on microtransactions, right?
Interesting.
Now, that's great for the game, and that's why, even though I'm not a Fortnite player, I respect it. But the problem with it is now all the AAA companies, like Call of Duty, makes you pay $80 for the game, and then, hey, buy this battle pass. Hey, buy this battle pass. Hey, you want more skins and stuff? It's like, ugh. So, and that's why Alan is like 20 grand deep in FIFA. Sorry, Alan.
Leave Alan alone.
I used to play the mobile. Yeah, I've played the mobile. It's just not very good. But yeah, so that's the history of why Fortnite did so well. Okay. So the reason it's not a masterpiece is because it wasn't the first. And also, all they did, Mom, so no one's, I don't think I know anyone that actually plays the base game of Fortnite. So Fortnite was making a game. I've played it before. It's actually really good. I don't even know how to describe it as a game mode. It's been so long that I played it. But they were just like, we have all the assets. Let's just throw it in, make a battle royale, and then look what happened. I mean, everyone got famous. Save the world. Thank you. That's what it was called.
It used to be very popular, and
it still is. I mean, it's just
guys. And other stuff came out, and people moved on. I feel like. Yeah.
I think it still holds up. It's just, the problem is the skill gap. That game has a huge skill gap now. Like Alan used to be really good at that, but you have building in that game where like you have to quickly make stuff. And if you remember the craze back then, Mom, like kids were being taken out of school to learn how to play Fortnite because of the tournaments. Do you remember that? Like they would get tutors and trainers and stuff. Yeah. I was getting shit on by 13-year-olds, Mom. That's when I was like, do I have to hang it up? Do I have to stop gaming? Am I too old? Turns out those kids were just severely autistic.
Oh, yeah.
I'm kidding. But yeah, so. All right, guys. Well, that's the podcast. So any questions? We could sit here and do some questions if you guys have anything about anything. It doesn't have to be anything that we talked about, but
they always hit us with tough stuff. Like, what was your favorite vacation? I can't remember what I did last week.
I was just talking to someone about Turks and Caicos. forget who it was. I told Brooke. I was like, I talked to everyone about Turks and Caicos. The second they make me, they go like, "Hi, I'm Dave." I'm like, "Hi, I'm Chris. You ever been to Turks and Caicos?" But
yeah, that's your little quirk.
My quirk. Hey, you ever been to Turks and Caicos? Even though I think Turks and Caicos is like shut down right now because of that revolution or whatever the hell.
Yeah, I think a lot of the
you don't want to go to.
Very,
yeah.
My dad always says, "Well, those places they're not safe anymore. They're not safe anymore."
They're really not.
No, you're hearing a lot of bad stuff ever since COVID. Yeah, I said it again. COVID. Ever since then, it was
the big C.
A lot of these islands. I don't know. They just kind of turned. I don't know. Losing the business, the safety of them just started to go down, down, down. Tough to say why.
Yeah. It's tough.
I'm concerned. I just went upstairs to Grandma, and she's got all these papers out all over her, and she goes, "I need to talk to you about something. Gotta go."
Oh, no. Get Grandma on the pod. What's Graham doing?
For God's sake, somebody give me a question.
please, any questions? Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
I don't know if we have any.
Do we always do a podcast on a Saturday night?
Yeah, we always have. Uncle asked me that. I was like, let me text.
Because I know sometimes we record on Sundays versus Saturdays. I was wondering if you notice any differences in the volume of people.
Well, we've definitely done the podcast on Saturday. We've definitely done the live one on Sundays before.
Okay. So. We have? No. We haven't?
We have.
Oh. And just so you know, I'm going to hold it up for everybody. I do have a little note for myself, things not to say during the live one. And, I've said them all.
Yeah, you went against the grain.
Right here. I'm going to have to, write down more stuff.
Yeah. Now that I have I was thinking when you come down here, because someone asked me yesterday. When you're down here, we might have to do the full apartment tour now that we have the full setup. Now that I have my fourth monitor, so.
That's what was holding you back?
That's what was holding me back. Well, because I got the new monitor and now I'm just too embarrassed. Ugh. Oh, it's funny. Someone literally just said before I finished that sentence, show us the setup. Yeah, well, I'll definitely do one when you're down here or when someone's here to record it. I want to do it like GQ. Open the door. Hello, GQ. Welcome to my humble abode. But yeah, we are due for a new setup tour.
The Crib Show. Remember the Crib Show?
MTV Cribs, yeah.
MTV Cribs.
I'd love to show you guys my place now because the last one I did. Do you remember? You actually recorded the last one many years ago. Do you remember that? Yeah.
Yeah. You had the curtain up.
The curtain. Hello, everyone.
I remember. Yeah. I remember.
Do a full house.
It only took 50 takes.
Yeah. Mom, hold the damn camera right. Jeez.
50 takes in like a little square area.
There wasn't much to do. And I think that was before we did the podcast, so I don't even think that table was up yet.
Yeah, hit the keyboard.
I did not say that. What do we have? 10K channel
I'm gonna look like I'm typing something.
Mom, make it look like I don't want to do. Why do I have 10K channel points? I don't know how it works on Twitter. Or on Twitch. I don't use Twitch very much. Twitch. The only reason I stream to Twitch, honestly, one, because I just like streaming to it, but two, because of the highlight feature. Because when I do the Twitch clips and for my social media stuff, I just I'll always take clips from that. So, yeah. Huh, man, I expected more questions. I was expecting Blue Ninja to ask some questions. Usually Blue Ninja's always asking, what did you eat for breakfast?
Oh, Blue Ninja asked about John Bolton.
Oh, yeah. What's the story with that?
Yes, so John Bolton, he was, for a short period of time in the Trump administration, I forget what he was. Was he DNI? Some security guy. So they just raided his house, the DOJ. Kash Patel, the FBI raided the house like they were doing to Trump and whatnot. When they did to Trump, Bolton was like, well, let's see what happens. He was blasé about it when they raided Mar-a-Lago. So now they're doing it to him, and they're like, oh, just don't do it, Bolton. Don't make a comment after what you said.
Yeah.
So he was referred to by Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe is the head of the CIA, right? So there must be something there for him, because he's not the kind of guy to just willy-nilly send referrals to the Department of Justice and the FBI to go look into something. John Bolton was one of these guys, if your listeners know, he had the big bushy mustache, and he would write a lot of stuff on yellow legal pads whenever he'd come out of meetings. And he would sit in meetings with classified information. So we don't really know yet what they were looking for, but the thought is he wrote a book, too, that he might have leaked or exposed classified information, which is a crime. You can't do that. And they're not sure. People are saying, well, maybe he didn't physically take the information out of the meeting, but he had it on those pads and whatnot. So anyhow, sum and substance, he could be in a lot of trouble. And the FBI just raided his house. They're bringing out boxes and boxes of documents and whatnot. So that was big news this week in the political world.
Gotcha. What was your favorite home-cooked meal growing up? That's a good question. I don't want to, well, it's yours too, but
we were allowed to pick whatever we wanted for dinner for our birthdays. And my birthday's in August. So don't ask me why, but I always wanted turkey, mashed potatoes.
Really? I didn't know that. I would have thought that you would have been. I thought you would go for something like cocktail or something like that.
No, it wasn't fancy. And I don't know if it was because it was like a summertime thing and I wanted the holidays or something. I don't know. But that was always my go-to. I always like turkey dinner for my birthday. I'm
trying to think of what you make that I was like, not Red Lobster. Red Lobster doesn't count.
Chicken fingers, Chris? Chicken fingers?
I do like your chicken parm. I will say my mom does make a mean chicken parm. I'm trying to think of what else you make that's pretty good. I've definitely learned to love your meatloaf. I like the meatloaf with the brown sugar on it.
Dad's been liking the meatloaf too because I've been making it for Grandma. I use a packet. Trust me, I am not souffle in the family. My sister's the cook.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, listen, when you live down the street from my Aunt Susan, it's tough to. You go, ugh. Yeah. Why would I ever go? I'm trying to think of what else you made that I liked.
I make a lot.
Yeah, I mean, when you eat out 5 times a week, Ma, growing up, like
when I made reservations.
Yeah, we would go to freaking Gordon Ramsay's restaurant twice a week.
The best was when Mom made reservations for dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
You could use that line on souffle.
Yeah.
The best thing my mom ever made was reservation.
But now everyone will know what it is. If there's one game you play that nobody knows, what would it be? One game I play, like a game that I'm currently playing or have played that I've never like put a video out on that I play sometimes. Is that what you mean?
Did you ever play a game that didn't go anywhere, that isn't even around anymore?
Either. Oh yeah, there are tons of them. Actually, my one guilty pleasure game is Power Wash Simulator, because like it's really relaxing to like power wash things. I bought a lot of the DLC of that too. So
the sad part is your lazy ass would never do it here.
That's the best part. Dude, my favorite thing is Matt Sprague literally said that to me when I was showing him the game. He's like, Chris, you would not do this in real life. Like, this is stupid. You're wasting your time. I was like, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, that game's a lot of fun. It's very satisfying. I always find what I find funny, and I say this to Kenny all the time. I say this on the podcast all the time. Watching Kenny play Rust. He's so unbelievably organized, and then you look at his apartment and you're just like, Kenny, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're telling kids that they have to wake up at 3 a.m. to do a shift, and you can't even pick up the clothes off your floor. Like
oh God.
I would say that one. That's definitely a game that is my guilty pleasure. There's not really any other. It's been a long time where I don't know what age it was, but I kind of hit the age a long time ago where video games weren't really fun to me anymore, and now it's just kind of a job. But I mean, playing with friends is what's fun. But Power Wash Simulator, after a hard day of work, I like to sit back and power wash.
You know what you used to like too? The puzzle games. I don't know if you do those anymore.
Yeah, usually I'll make videos on those, but yeah, I still do puzzle games all the time.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, they're just
layers and layers, and they're going on and on and on, and
yeah, like those the Da Vinci Resolve ones. Remember those that we played? The Da Vinci ones. Yeah. Those just take many years to make, because I always think about it like, in the sense of do you know how smart you have to be to make a puzzle game? Not solve the puzzle, but to make the puzzle.
Tough.
So
Yeah.
I have to think that that's tough. When was the last game you played? When was the last time you played a game and couldn't stop? Oh, what was? Expedition 33. That game I couldn't get any work done until I finished that game. That was that one that I was telling you about with that had that crazy start. That's probably going to be my game of the year this year. It had that the story where every year it goes down a year. Yeah, so it starts at 99 and then everyone at 98 dies. So that was that game was incredible. So if that doesn't win game of the year so far, I don't know what does. I swear to God, if Donkey Kong 2 on the Switch 2 wins game of the year.
You like the Wuhan monkey one.
Yeah, that was first off, if people don't know what you're talking about, that was racist as hell. But
sorry.
No, Wukong.
It's going on.
It's going on. Yeah, Wukong, that came out in November, so that wouldn't be game of the year. But Wukong was good, but now we have Wukong is less racist. Come on. Well, Wukong is the name of the game. That's a name. The new one is Wu Chen. But how many consecutive hours have you played games? I mean, maybe back in grade school I went through. Yeah, I was going to say high school is probably the only time, but I don't really play. As I said, I think people, as YouTubers, I think people assume that because we post a lot of game content, that we play video games a lot. I don't really play that many video games unless it's on stream, if anything. So there's really no time. So I would say the most is, well, I mean, the most ever was back when I would go to PJ's house and maybe we did 17-hour benders. I don't know, but that was about it. I was also in high school though, so it really didn't matter. But that's a good question. I don't know. The game I have the most hours in is probably Siege. I think I have I'm probably close to 6,000 hours on that game, but I did play that professionally, so. Yeah. I mean, Michael has. I have to see what the number is. I have to see if Mike's account's still on there, but let me see if I can find it on. Michael has 13,000 hours in NBA 2K.
Does he really?
Yeah, 2K13 or something. But that's because you want to know why that is, Mom? Do you remember that little laptop that Mike used to play on? It was really crappy.
Yeah, a Mac?
No. Before that, it was an HP that would run. Oh. It had to be a 20K or 2013 Mac laptop because it had to run the game. Right. And he would close the laptop, but it wouldn't shut off. So it would just constantly run hours. So he had 13,000 hours in that game. It's probably higher now. But I should probably know what my brother's username is on Steam.
You might not want people to know.
Well, they can't see it.
Oh, I thought you were going to announce it.
Is this Mike?
Well.
Oh, that's Kenny. Kenny and Mike change their names constantly, so I don't know what.
They're cagey like that.
Yeah.
Just keeps them on their toes.
Am I not friends with my brother Michael on... I don't think I'm friends with Mike on Steam, because we play everything through other games. That's funny. No. What am I saying? Can't find it. If you had the option on a job, what would it be? I mean, YouTuber is obviously the main answer. Canny.
But you do a lot with those reps.
With what?
Right? You were picked to be in that group for the YouTube repping.
Oh, yeah. That's the shorts community. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to, I guess I don't know if I would call it a dream job, but I would say I like helping other YouTubers build their channels. That's a lot of fun. So.
God knows you got the experience.
At this point, yeah. Well, here it is. Wait, where's Michael's 2K?
And as a mother, I'm sure it pays well.
I'm sure
with benefits and a 1K and dental. He's got dental.
Dead Round, Call of Duty.
And stock options.
Oh, it must be a different account, by the way.
He's so good. He could be Mr. YouTube.
You sound like Grandma Lolly. What are you doing? What are you doing?
That's what moms, he could be, my son's so good, he could be YouTube.
Wait, what? If you could be homeless but have money, or poor but have a nice house, which would you choose? Wow, what an interesting question. I feel like I'd be an idiot if I was homeless but had money.
Yeah, really.
And then how would I afford the nice house if I was poor? I like your thinking there, Cheddar, but that one seems kind of forced.
A lot of house poor people out there.
That is true.
And I wouldn't be surprised if there's some homeless people who are wealthy, but they're just so either strung out or have mental issues.
That's the problem with drugs. You see it around here sometimes. You see the people that could easily get their life together, but you just see them tweaking on the street because they got addicted to something. Like it's depressing to see.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Way to bring the podcast down, Ma.
Sorry.
Way to make it depressing.
Well, question, not me. Yeah. They asked it, not me.
We might have to start bringing our own questions, Mom. Jeez.
No, these were good questions. Yeah. You got a lot of questions tonight. Especially about your gaming stuff. Your YouTube stuff.
I would like to do, as I said, we'll do the apartment tour. I do want to do, as I told you, I want to do one house tour before you guys leave that place. With Kenny and Mike.
I know, well, it's not going anytime soon, so no rush for that one.
I know, but I just know I'm going to forget by the time the time comes. I'm going to be up there.
Yeah, I'll probably think to do it. If I'm still alive, I'll think to do it. But I did it at the old house. I never found that, by the way. You said you wanted to see my old house. I don't know. I know I digitized it. I just don't know where I have it stored.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
The video of my old house.
If you had to live with one family member, who would it be? Ooh. Well, I'd have to be my mom so we could keep doing the podcast.
We don't live together now, we do it.
Yeah.
We don't live together now, we do it.
Yeah. Well, that's why I want in the new house.
Choose a brother. You can't choose a brother.
Yeah, we'd go crazy. There was a point where I thought Mike was moving in with me, and I was like, "Oh God."
You could go with Dad because he loves to play that pool, your pool table.
Oh yeah, I could play pool with Dad.
Loves Harris Teeter as much as you.
Yeah, Dad could definitely live here if he wanted to. Yeah. That or Aunt Sue, just so I can live. I can eat and live.
No, I couldn't have that. That would be dangerous. Dangerous.
I could live with Jordan. Jordan and I could talk to Jordan all day.
Your cousin.
Oh yeah.
Well, the other thing I would say is, Chris, for your listeners, Chris is not the easiest person to live with in the sense that what he does late at night, and he's loud.
Yeah, I'm not a big sleeper, and my schedule allows me to wake up a little later than most.
Well, and you two stream a lot at night with your friends because everyone's free then, and you're all chatting.
Like most people are getting off of work at 6. I'm starting at 6, so it would be brutal.
That's why you were banned to the basement when you were here, because you were like, I can't listen to you in that room anymore. Go downstairs. It's better for you to shut the door.
If you go back, I mean, there's been eras of YouTube for me where it was, I still remember, starting college, then when I moved the computer back and I was in Michael's room, that got ixnayed, then back to college, then back home, and I was in the den, which was now my room, and then from there, banished to the basement. Right. So there's probably, if you go back probably 6-7 years, that's probably when you'll see the
well, I also didn't want you living around the computer 24/7.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
That's not good either.
Because back then my computer wasn't that good, so to render out a video, I would have to do it at night, and the computer would be so hot at night I couldn't sleep because the computer was probably the distance from here to here. So I'd be looking I'd have to turn the lights off in the computer every night. Who's better, LeBron or Jordan? Jordan. I'm not a stats person, but LeBron's better rounded. Jordan's still the greatest.
I sent you guys something about that. Somebody did a whole thing recently, like last week. I sent it to everybody, Dad, you, your brothers, where they did a whole thing on the stats and who was a better player. Oh, I'm sorry. It was a player who said it. Oh, shoot. Anyhow, a famous player who played with Jordan and knew LeBron, and he gave his take on it. So anyhow.
Yeah, I don't know. When it comes to sports, I don't know stats enough. Like if Michael was here, Mike could throw out some stats and tell you why Jordan's the best. I'm not that person.
Different positions too is part
different
of it.
Eras.
Well, the eras, but even this player was saying you can't compare them because Jordan was he took the shots. He was your shot taker. And he made up for it. But it was really very interesting. That's why I sent it to Dad. And because you guys have asked that question at the kitchen table a lot. We've had that conversation.
I just like getting Mike and Dad to fight. I just like getting Mike and Dad to fight over who's better. Should I play Rainbow Six?
We were kind of in agreement.
Rainbow Six.
Oh, games?
Yeah, someone just asked a quick question. No, in-depth question. What were you saying, Mom?
No, I'm just saying it was one of those. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Whatever you're talking about.
Yeah, Rainbow Six. Well, Rainbow Six is a game. Like for Rainbow Six, you have to practice. Like it's not something you can just jump into. It takes lots of hours to like get good at. Because when we started playing it was when it came out, so we kind of created all the strats. Now you have to like learn all the strats.
It was
Brittany Griner. So it was Scotty. Oh, okay.
Scotty Pippen does a really good thing about that.
He hates Jordan, so to say that Jordan was better than LeBron is like a pretty big deal. Brittany Griner versus DeMarcus Cousins. I'm gonna take DeMarcus Cousins every time, just because Brittany Griner. I can't stand Brittany Griner.
Yeah, I can't. I don't particularly care for Brittany Griner, but I can't compare her as an athlete. I don't know her.
Mom, up against any man, she loses. Anyone in the NBA, they lose. War Thunder or War Zone? Go with War Zone. I've never even played War Thunder. Well, I have, but I'm not a fan. Any other questions? What do we got? What time is it, by the way? 9:17. We'll go till like 9:30, Mom. Is that okay? Or is that too late? We can call it in.
Yeah, I just have to call it at that time because I got to go give her.
That's fine. So we'll do another like 10 minutes of questions. I got Brittany Griner, the Russian weed bandit. Man, every time I see her speak, though, I'm like, is that like, you got to do some kind of like gender test on that lady. I don't believe it for a second.
I'm not even going to comment on that. You know my feeling about the WNBA and why are there not more transgender players?
I say just get rid of it. Any company that has a product that's losing $40 million would shut it down, but for some reason we still keep it going. But whatever. It's a man. Yep, it is.
Well, I don't know that's true, but like I said, everyone's so proud of the transgenders. I'm just very surprised that there are no transgender players in the WNBA.
Did you just miss your day?
Yeah, total miss.
My mother just missed.
No, I haven't been drinking. I swear.
That's how she gets through the podcast.
Yeah, my coffee. My eyes get tired at night.
Unbelievable. I'm excited to try this Halo ice cream and see if it's any good. I'm hoping it doesn't have that.
I thought you said it's not good. This is the 300-calorie one that you already.
That was a different brand. That was Nick's. This is Halo. This is recommended, so I'm going to try it. Halo Top. Okay. 330 calories for the whole thing. It's about the size of
Beyonce's favorite, isn't it?
Halo Top? Yeah, I thought that was good one, Mom.
Halo?
I can see your halo.
What's up for this week? Anything exciting?
The dildo getting thrown on the court is the greatest thing that has ever happened to the WNBA. It's probably true. I don't know whatever happened to that crypto company. I wonder if they ever went up in stock. They must have, but I don't know what it's worth. I still don't know what company it is.
I haven't heard anything lately, so they must have calmed down with that a little bit.
Yeah. Going on this week, what do we got going on this week? I think we're back to a regular schedule. I don't think I have much. I'm probably going to end up helping Brooke,
your friend move?
Yeah, Brooke get some of her stuff out, like putting her car and stuff, and then that's pretty much it.
That's good.
She moves out Thursday.
Reminder, you're calling her back when it's your time to move out of here.
Oh, 100%. That bitch better be there.
Bring your car and your packing tape.
Yeah. Knowing Brooke, she's going to weasel her way out of it.
Oh, here's a good one. I put together an envelope of stuff for your brothers.
Yeah.
One of those padded mail envelopes. I had it on the island, addressed to your brother Ken. I come inside from outside, and your dad hasn't opened, and everything's out on the table. I go, what are you doing? I was, oh, I thought this was for me. I thought it was mail coming in. When I said that about packing, I looked at him like, are you insane? Lucy said, well, it says Kake, and I'm waiting for a package. I go, so you open it. How many of the stupid things you pulled out before you realized it was not meant for you?
Yeah.
It's like junk for your brothers, Anyhow.
Thought it was wrapping or something. Should I use my Clovis or I know nothing about War Thunder. What was I gonna say? Oh, I got my gram scale, so I'm gonna make egg salad tomorrow because I saw a recipe for egg salad that looked delicious. So I'm gonna give it a shot, tell you how it is.
Okay.
And then I'm excited to
take it over to the naps. Do you ever bring anything over anymore?
I try, and then Aunt Sue kind of just goes, "This isn't good, Chris," and I go, "Oh, okay."
She's terrible. She's terrible about that stuff. Remember my birthday cake? All right, let's tell everybody about my birthday cake story.
I don't know if Aunt Susan's watching, but go ahead.
That's okay. She's my sister. I can say it.
Okay.
We fought over worse. So I ordered a cake from a specialty baker. Never tried them before. I'm big into just try it. If it's not good, I know never to go there again. Okay. So I go get the cake. I picked it out myself. I picked it up. Blah, 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 blah. My sister and Chris were visiting for my birthday. Cut the cake up, and it's one of those tall ones, so you get a pretty decent slice.
Mm-hmm.
What was Aunt Sue? Oh, I don't care for this.
Souffle.
There's something just not right. There's something not right with it. Like, okay, you're entitled to your opinion. It's my birthday.
Yeah.
Some substance. She choked it down. She managed to choke the piece of cake down.
Oh, man.
The next day, we had it in the fridge, and it melted, and it was like night and day. It was a little bit better.
I didn't have it the second day.
Would I go out and get that cake again? No, because there's too many other bakers out there. I want it to hit me the first time and say, wow, this is great. But my sister will let you know if she doesn't like something.
Well, if someone was to tell me, like, is this considered good, I would go to Aunt Sue for it. Like, I think Aunt Sue would know.
You have your own opinion. You mean before you try it yourself?
Yeah. Like, if I was to say, yeah. Well, I don't know how to put it. I would just trust Aunt Sue's opinion on food.
But ask yourself this, because I think I can count on one hand the number of times Aunt Susan's had something and said, oh, I really like this the first time.
Well, we've made some stuff on the souffle show. Well, I call it Cooking with Pancake, but with souffle. Those videos haven't come out yet, but we made those for the first time, and she really liked those. She said,
no, I'm saying when I've gone out to eat with her, not something she's made.
Oh, good point.
Or we've eaten at somebody else's house. I can count on one hand the number of times. And Susan's had something, and she said, oh, this is really good. Not that I go out with my sister that much or have over the years, but still, there's always something wrong with something. There's always like a slight thing off.
I'd have to ask Aunt Sue. Should I stream for 3 or 4 hours on COD? You should always stream as regularly as possible. So what I mean by that is if you pick 4 hours and you're consistent, you always want to stay consistent. So it's more so about the consistency. So if you don't stream consistently, go with the lower amount of hours so that the next time you stream, you go longer so that you get picked up in the algorithm. I just got a motorcycle. That shit has been so much fun. Ooh, I know too many people that have been injured on motorcycles, so I always try and stay away from motorcycles.
Be careful.
Yeah, make sure you wear a helmet.
Wear your helmet.
Yeah.
Even if you're in a no helmet state, wear a helmet.
Nah, just wing it. No.
There's one thing all motorcycle people have in common. They all have the story of when they had an accident.
Yeah, that's true.
I've never met a motorcycle person who's like, oh, I never had an accident. Even a minor one. I'm not saying everybody, slashes and burns, but everyone always has something with a motorcycle. Just got to be careful.
Yeah.
We had one just rolling. Dad and I were just rolling, but we weren't paying attention. I was on the back, and Dad hit a curb. And it was just enough to throw him off. Probably my fat ass on the back didn't help either.
Your mother put it in a tailspin.
And the whole thing fell, and it wasn't a major fall or anything. That's why in my mind I'm like, oh, I would never want to do a major accident when I sense this. Just that slight thing was really painful.
Well, I always think of you ever see those sometimes at town fairs, police officers bring the police department will bring it's like a little roller coaster. It's probably about the size of like here to the ceiling, and you strap yourself in. It's supposed to show you what a jolt at 5 miles an hour would feel like.
Oh.
And it like really shakes people. Like 5 miles an hour is pretty.
That's nothing.
Yeah. So can you imagine getting hit at 80 miles an hour on a?
I know, I can't. Yeah, it's just incredible because. Oh, Dad was just telling me there was a story. A cop at night. Was it Georgia, or am I making that up? But anyhow, he was driving at night. I don't think his lights were on. He was doing 80 miles per hour for no good reason. Like he wasn't going. He wasn't chasing anybody. Hits a car with 2 young women in it, kills them.
Jeez.
Imagine that. A police officer.
Wait, again, always bringing the pod down. We're trying to end on a happy note. Yeah. My dad hit a deer at 3 a.m. on his birthday and destroyed the motorcycle. Damn.
On his motorcycle? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He's lucky he didn't get injured or badly
They
injured.
split that thing in half. Yeah.
Boy,
I have to believe he must have been injured. There's no way you can hit a deer and not get injured.
We had a neighbor here who hit a deer right on the main road. You'd know it, 202-206, late at night. The antler went through the windshield and killed him.
Wow.
Yeah, there was a neighbor down by David, down that way. They sold the house a while ago.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't know them. We were new to the neighborhood.
Have y'all noticed more UFO stories and anomalies in space being made in the news and social media? I think people are just fear mongering. I haven't seen much. Oh, he slid off the road. Oh, thank God. I haven't seen much UFO news. I haven't really been.
I have seen stories coming out, drips and drabs. It's not like before, but they're still keeping that going. And some commentator had a good comment about, or had an interesting point about how, I mean, all these supposedly higher beings are monitoring us and everything else, but for some reason they don't come down. It was like,
right.
Like, what's the point here if they're supposed to take us over or whatever, and they've been doing this for years and years? Where are they going with this? Like, what's the point? It seems a little odd.
My problem with have we ever had a UFO sighting that wasn't on a shitty mobile phone from 20 years ago? It's always the worst quality. Yeah. I don't get it.
Yeah. And maybe so. I don't know. I'm not ruling it out. It just, what are we supposed to do? Spend our lives worrying about it? I know there's some people that claim that they've had things happen to them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like that SNL skit. Right?
Yeah.
I didn't exactly have the same experience as those two. Not my worst Thursday night. Yeah.
My worst Thursday night. It was a classic.
SNL's been having some hitters with Shane Gillis. Have you seen the new ones with the news anchors?
I don't watch SNL.
Oh my God, you would love the SNL ones of Shane Gillis. Yeah, because they really toe the line where basically it's half black news anchors and half white, and they'll start reading the crimes, and before they know it, like they're like, "Oh, this one sounds like a black crime," and then they come back and it's hilarious. And then
is Shane Gillis on permanently now? Like, is he
no, but he's definitely on there more since. I mean, he's killing it right now. I don't know if there's any comedian more famous right now than Shane Gillis.
I finished the second season of Tires, and Dad started watching it. Even he was laughing.
Yeah, I gotta start watching that show.
Humor, and I can appreciate like stupid stuff, but as long as it's really funny.
Yeah.
So
I gotta watch
Dad had
that one.
Figure out what the hell I was laughing at, but yeah, it was funny.
All right, guys. Any final questions before we end it here?
Grandma needs her pills.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. It's almost 9:30. You all hear about shadow government mission called Project Bluebeam? Yes, I have. It has been around for decades, funnels trillions of dollars. Yes. Project Bluebeam, I believe, if I remember correctly. Project Bluebeam is basically the government's been trying to kind of, I forget if they were trying to hide UFOs or what the full story is, but basically they're trying to have all these UFO sightings so that when an alien invasion does come, it's easier to calm the people down. Like, oh, it's just, it's alien invasion. And then based on that, it's like, oh, they can this is where the conspiracy part comes in. If they can convince people that aliens exist and then they come up with a project that looks like they're the aliens, they can control the people. That's the idea of what the government wants to do, right? Because if people will listen to aliens with fear mongering, so it's like a way of unifying all the countries.
Well, based on the leaders that we have, I'm a little concerned if there are aliens.
Yeah.
It's one thing to say, well, we can reach out and maybe have some sort of communication, if possible, with intelligent beings. But based on what I'm seeing now, Gavin Newsom? Don't think so.
Yeah, AOC.
AOC.
Yeah.
Even Trump, that might be a bit of a shit show.
Yeah, that's true too. Give him Kim Jong-un. Let him figure it out.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I can only imagine. Oh, jeez.
All right, guys. It is 9:30. We just did 2 hours, which felt like a little longer, but I mean, we can end it there. I consider that a successful live podcast. We got a lot done. We didn't go too into politics. We got some questions
I only did
done.
3 out of 5 bad words.
Yeah, you only failed for the day. But we'll see. Whatever. I'm sure our monetization status is fine, but who cares? So, yeah. So we can end it there, guys. Only things I have to promote. We got Silk Song coming out in 2 weeks, so we're going to be preparing for that. Hopefully we can bang out like 1, maybe 2 more Metroids beforehand, but we still have a lot to do. But I'm excited. And then I've just been doing some speed runs, finishing up the walkthrough for Wu Chang. Today I posted a video on Void Breaker. So go check those out. And that's pretty much it. So social media, promo code, Streamlinks, Discord down below. And then I will see you next week. And I'll see you Monday. And hopefully you'll see Mom next weekend. Or maybe we'll have someone else on. Who knows? But yeah. So you guys have a good one. Laters.
Bye.